Universe Online is a game that allows you to create your own superhero and live with that superhero in the DC universe.
So tell us a little bit about the characters and the different customizations for the classes.
Sure. In DC Universe, when you create a new character, you choose essentially a mentor. That mentor choice determines whether you're a hero or a villain, and also determines the path that you take towards your own herodom, so to speak. So for instance, if you choose Superman to be your mentor, you are creating a character that is going to go along the meta-human path. You will start off in Metropolis, do a number of series of adventures through Metropolis. You can do these solo, or you can do these with friends. There is a huge world to explore with thousands of other players in it with you. And also Gotham as well is fully rendered out. So it's a beautiful, very large world to play in that will appeal to many types of gamers.
And what do you have in here for casual players versus the most serious players?
Sure. I mean, DC Universe is meant to be a game that you should be able to play at your own speed. It doesn't require a huge investment of time like a hardcore MMO. We have players that might play 1 or 2 hours a week, other ones who would play a lot longer. The content is directed. You will know what to do next. You're always given information that'll help you complete your quests. So it really is a game that I think can appeal to not only the action gamer, but just the casual player as well.
What's the best feature that you're most proud of?
Feature that I'm most proud of? It has to be the very large open world that we've created and the interactability of this. In DC Universe, we like to say the world is your weapon. The objects you encounter in the world, cars, telephone booths, you can pick them up, throw them around. You can pick up a bus from New York City and throw it to a friend of yours in Chicago, and they can catch it. It's one of the most realistic environments ever created for an online game.
Now, is there any type of crafting system?
Crafting system? We have no crafting in the game per se, but we have many activities that are not always action, not always like, well, I'm doing something. It is certainly something that we're looking at for the future.
Okay, awesome. Do you want to show us a little demo of the action?
Sure. Right now, as I said, this is a preview of our Game Update 4. It's the Fortress of Solitude raid. Raiding is an activity in our game where you and a group of friends, in this case it's an 8-person raid, go off and do a series of challenging missions. In the Fortress of Solitude raid, Brainiac has captured the Fortress of Solitude from Superman. And Superman, in one of those sort of the enemy of my enemy is my friend's moment, has teamed up with Lex Luthor and General Zod to try to retake the fortress from Brainiac before he takes the Sunstone crystals, which are really one of the sources of Superman's power on Earth, and incorporates into his minions. And so this is actually a preview of what the final phase will look like. You start on the exterior of the fortress, you fight your way in, Crypto, the super dog, makes an appearance, and you fight your way down through the fortress until you get to the core. And this is kind of like the final battle, where you're battling the final forces of Brainiac as he's trying very desperately before you overtake him to incorporate that Sunstone technology into his minions. As you can see, you got many different types of adversaries here. The massive Sunstone Dominator, the smaller bulwarks, various flying NPCs. This character right here is actually a dual pistol ice hero. He has pistols that he can fire, ice powers that he can throw off. He can actually generate those balls of ice and use them as weapons. So it's one of the just cool aspects of our game, the heavy the use of physics and how interactive it makes the world. It's not just a static map that you're running around in. As you can see, the style of play is very much like an action game, very fast movements. It plays on the PC and the PS3 the same. It's the same game on both in terms of how you interact with it, but the controls work perfectly well whether you're playing with a mouse and keyboard or a controller hooked up to your PC or to the PS3. As you can see, there are multiple characters. Flamestar is out there in front, while Frostbite is coming in to try to help finish off this Dominator here. Get him! This is, I think, the Fortress of Solitude, the art and environment that have been created for this, some of the best we've ever had in the game. It's a very iconic location for DC fans, and to be able to have them to come in there and play and to save it is a great fantasy for comic hero fans and movie fans alike. It's a classic location.
Well, great. Well, I really appreciate you giving us a preview of your upcoming expansion. And do you have any estimate on when this will be released?
This should be released midsummer. Update 3 should be released in the next couple of days. So we have a lot of really cool things coming up for DC Universe Online. So come and join us, play the game. The world is there for waiting for you. We'd love to have you.
We really appreciate your time. Thank you very much.
Sure thing.